Renshu means practice in Japanese, and it has all the different types of hits to the drum. That's why it's called a practice piece. So when people begin the study of this art form, it's always a piece that they learn, and pay close attention to it because this is the one we'll be teaching you, okay? Maybe we'll get through all 5 main rhythms, maybe we won't, but you'll see the first 5 main rhythms at the beginning, and then we kind of break out playing on the upbeat and the downbeat and trading and more advanced things like that. But then we'll come back to the same 5 rhythms again, okay? So this is Renshu. So you saw the rhythms at the beginning. For every hit to the drum, there's a word that goes along with it. This is how we learn Taiko. It's taught in the oral tradition, so there's no written music. I'm going to ask Sandy to come up here. She's going to demonstrate the hits on the Chudaiko. This drum is called a Chudaiko. Chu means medium in Japanese, so it's a medium-sized drum. And the word taiko is the word for drum in Japanese. So, and taiko is used as a noun for the word for drum, but it's also the art form, the style of drumming. So Sandy's going to play one hard hit on her drum. This is the loudest hit, and it sounds like this. And that's called don. Okay? Everybody say don. Don. Okay, memorize that, because you'll need to know these words when it's time for you to come up and start playing on the practice drums. And then at the very end of the hour, we hope to have you up on these drums for a few minutes, okay? And these drums, you can imagine, are really fun to play. So, we have don as the big hit, then we have the medium hits, okay? Medium hits are called doko. Everyone say doko. Doko. Okay, it sounds like this. Okay, notice there's one syllable for each hit. So, there were 2 hits there, so it's doko, 2 syllables, all right? Then we have the really soft hits to the drum. The soft hits to the drum, you use the very tips of your drumsticks. And the drumsticks, by the way, hold those up, Sandy. Those are called bachi. Okay, everyone say bachi. Bachi. Okay, so the very soft hits sound like this. Okay, see how soft those are? Those are called suku. Everyone say suku. Suku. Okay. Then we have, you noticed we don't just play down here on the face of the drum, we sometimes play up on the rim. So if we hit up on the rim one time, that's called ka. Ka. Okay? So if we play twice up there, we call that kata. Okay? You can also just say ka, but it's when you start playing faster rhythms, it rolls off the tongue easier to say kata with a T on the second syllable. So everyone say kata. Kata. Okay, so let's go over these hits. Okay? The big loud hit sounds like this, and that's called don. Don. Okay, memorize these please. And now the medium hits sound like this. Doko. Doko. Okay, the really soft hits. Suku. Suku. Okay, up on the rim one time. Ka. Okay, kata. Kata. Okay, and then sometimes you notice, I don't know if we did, yeah, we clicked our sticks. So click your bachi. That we simply call a click. Okay, that's an easy one to remember. All right, so we have don, doko, suku, ka, kata, and click. Okay, do you have those memorized? More or less, right? Okay, let's have a little test. This is just for fun though. Okay, I know it's really early in the morning. Everyone's been up all night. But Sandy's going to play a rhythm on her drum, a simple Matsuri rhythm. And then you're going to listen, and then you're going to tell me how you would say that using the taiko words. Okay?
Are you ready?
All right?
You ready?
So here we go.
Yeah.
Okay? How would we say that? Yep? So close. That was so close. She said don, 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 which is correct because there's 3 big hits to the drum. And then up on the rim, how many little hits were there? There were 4, okay? So instead of kata, ka, it was kata, kata, okay? But that was so good. All right, so that's how we learn. Let's do one more. Let's do using different hits this time. Play it again, but a little slower. Okay, who got that one? You ready? Get it ready? Don, yes, perfect, good, yay! So it's dodo or doko. You could use do twice. Suku are the soft hits, and then don. So it's 2 medium, 2 soft, 2 loud. Okay, play it one more time for us, really slow, so they can hear those sound levels. Distinct sound levels. And that's what makes taiko beautiful to listen to. If everything were just a big loud don, it would just be like a wall of sound that would get tiresome after a while. It's being able to control your bachi and go down to a soft level and come up to crescendo to a medium level and back down again and switch quickly between the different rhythms. and the different sound levels. Okay, so we'll revisit this when we have you come up and participate. But right now we're going to play a song for you called Matsuri. Matsuri means festival in Japanese, and this song is used, like almost every taiko ensemble has a version of Matsuri. I would probably say every taiko ensemble does. And traditionally it's played outside, as were the drums originally. And just a note about that, taiko, of course the drums are, the style of drum is an ancient style of drum that really was first known in China, and before there were even countries called China or Japan. And then people who went over to the island that later became Japan brought drums with them, and then they created their own style. So you'll see these same kind of drums played in China, but with a different stylization to it. In Japan, they use a lot of choreography with the arms, and then put the drums on slant stands and up stands. In China, you usually see them just down like this, so you hit down on them. So anyway, that's just a little note about the drums. So we're going to play Matsuri. There's something that we always add into the song. It's called kiai. Do you all know what kiai is? Kiai are the vocal sounds that you make. They're not necessarily words. It's more like energy. And I want to practice that with you because I'm going to have a few of you do kiai for us in this to support the energy of the song. And we'll be doing it along with you. Please repeat after me. Up. Okay, I'm going to set the microphone aside, and now I want you to match my sound level when I say up. 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 Good. All right, good. That's the sound that we want, that kind of level. Okay, so it's not shouting like screeching, but it's using your diaphragm and really having a nice sound come out. So let's try another one. Say up. 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 Good. So while we're playing, typically kiai is used on the rest. So as you're listening and you hear the rhythm, whenever there's a space in between the hits, that's when you can yell out. Okay? And if you miss that, just yell out anyway. And it can be anything. I used up and say up, but you guys come up with your own words and have fun with it. Okay? And now, let's just have a few people come up and play hand percussion with us. Who likes to play shaker? Come on up. So, there's a staircase right over here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hand percussion things up here. So come on up. Yes? Come do it now. You can come perform with Misora Taiko. Woo-hoo, there's a staircase over here. So you can come through the curtain and up the stairs on the side. This is stage right over here. So we have a shaker, then we have another shaker. Who else wants to come up? Who's got rhythm? This is a fun one. You have to really have rhythm if you're playing that because we really notice the sound. Okay? If you want to come up and play so you're shy, you can play one of these guys because it's not going to be as loud. So those of you who are smiling and thinking about it, come on up. Come on up, it's fun. You'll be creating music with us. So we're going to have all the hand percussionists. You can come stand over here on stage left on the X. There's a green X just for you. Okay, so right up here. So we'll have some shakers. Yep, that's the way. Right over here.
You know, and if you're a little shy, you only want to play now and again.
Actually, you can have someone start us out with that. Why don't you just take these little tempo bells? You can play them from right there if you want. Okay, we're going to create music together. So all of you, and pay attention to how we stand, because this is how we stand when we play the drums and when we play hand percussion. We have the left leg in front, and the right leg behind. The left leg has a little bend in the knee, and you're just going to shake or play whatever you have. Okay? That sounds really good. That sounds great. Okay, let's get this party started.
And feel free to change it up a little, you know, get a little wild again.
And just to be mindful, people will be playing on these drums, so you might want to scoot over just a little so you don't get hit. So nobody gets hit with the bocce, that's no fun.
Well, at least
Okay, here we go with Misora Taiko. Now you folks, what happened to the ki? Everybody got really shy up there. Up, yep, stay up. No, I didn't hear much. Did anybody do any ki? Couple people?
I was listening.
Okay.
There was a little.
All right. Okay. Good. Well, I think we should move on to you folks playing on the drums now. We have 5 practice drums on each side, and I guess we can use these even when we're just learning. So that's 14. So let's have 14 of you go stand at a drum quickly so that you can learn as much as possible in the time that we have.
Ellen, which side you taking, dear?
So there's 4 spots up here. There's one on either side of the Odaiko, which is the large drum up here, and then the 2 Chudaikos here. Okay? So everybody should have a pair of bachi at their drum. You can go ahead and pick those up.
Oh, this one that has a...
So we have, everybody's too shy to play up here. So we need someone on this chu, someone on that chu,
Yes.
someone on either side of the Odaiko.
Yes.
Come on up. By the way, if you can count to 4, you can play taiko, okay? So you don't have to feel like you have to have some kind of musical background. So, everybody have a spot?
No, not those.
We have 2 more spots up here. Now or never. Come on up. Okay. So when you hold your bachi, you want to hold them. Is there enough bachi for everyone? So pass off your bachi to people, Jim and Sandy, if you need to. Okay, I'm going to go down front so you can see me. When you hold your bachi, you want to hold
One on each side?
with an inch of the stick showing underneath your hand with your fingers and thumb wrapped around, okay? You do not want to have your thumb up like this. You do not want to have your pointer finger up. So grab a hold of it like that and make sure there's an inch showing beneath. So hold your bachi up so I can see you're doing it properly. Okay? Looks good. Okay, now we're going to go into taiko stance. Actually, the best place for me to stand is way over here, so everybody can see. Okay, I'm going to pretend like this is a drum in front of me. Everybody, stand in front of your drum. Okay, pick up your left foot, take a step to the left, bring your other foot along with, and now turn and face this wall over here. Okay, feet should be shoulder width apart. If you're on the Odaiko, just listen to Sandy or Jim up there, because you can't see me and you're positioned differently. Okay, 1 bachi in each hand. You're going to have your bachi pointed down toward the floor, and then slightly away from your body, so it should look kind of like an A-frame, okay? All right, from here, you're going to look down at your feet. Your left foot, you're going to take the toes and point them straight toward the sound wall over here.
One foot's
okay?
pointing that way.
The right foot goes way out behind you, but it stays pointed toward this wall over by me. Okay? Shift your body weight forward so that your knee bends. This is our martial arts stance. You need to be low and grounded when you're hitting the drum so you can hit it hard. Okay? Your knee should be directly over your ankle. You're going to take your right arm and bring your bachi all the way up behind you like this, up high, with a slight curve toward the front. Okay, so it's not pointed straight up toward the ceiling, it's slightly curved. Okay, shoulders relaxed. All right, left arm, you're going to take your bachi and cross it in front of your body and hold it just like this. Okay, it should be right in front. And if you really want to look professional, you just rest the tip of your left bachi up on your right wrist. Okay? Yep, and keep your elbow tucked down as much as possible. You don't want your elbow sticking out because then you'll be getting underhanded hits. So you keep your elbow tucked down. Okay? All right. This is called taiko stance. All right? So relax, put your arms back down, go to your A-frame. That's called neutral. Okay? All right, from neutral, we're going to go up into taiko stance on a count of 4. I'm going to count in Japanese. Ichi, ni, san, shi. Okay, everybody should be up in taiko stance. All right, from here, your right arm, you're going to hit into the middle of your drum when I say ichi. Ready? Ichi. Good, and pull it right back up. Okay? So, if your bachi where it is now is point A, your drum is point B, Then you go right back up to point A again, okay? Here we go. Ichi. Good, pull it back. Now whether you're on a real drum or on a practice drum, I want you to hit hard. Ready? Ichi. Nice, pull it back. Try it again. Ichi. Nice, it's just the right arm is moving, the left arm stays bent up like this. Ready? Ichi. Good, relax, shake out your shoulders, okay? All right, go to your A frame. I'm gonna count to 4, arms are gonna rise up. You'll go into Taiko stance, and then you're gonna hit with the left arm when I say ni. Ready? Ichi, ni, san, shi. Arms come up. Okay, when I say ni, you hit with your front arm, which is your left arm. Ni. Okay, good. Let's try and hit all at the same time. Ready? Ni. Good. Ni. 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 Excellent. Okay, shake it out, shake it out. Okay, so we're down in our A frame, which is neutral position. Okay, Jim, I want you to hit the hira 2 times. When you hear 2 hits to the small drum, that's your signal to bring your arms up and go into Taiko stance. Here we go. Arms rise up. You're in Taiko stance. We're going to alternate between right and left. Ichi. Ichi's the back arm, right? That's the right arm. Let's try that again. Ichi. Ni. Ichi. Okay, Ichi's the right arm. Okay? Let's think about this. All right, here we go. Ready? Ichi. Good. Ni. Ichi. Ni. Ichi. Ni. Ichi. Ni. Ichi. Ni. Excellent. Good. Check it out, check it out. Okay. So, phrase 1 of Renshu. Everybody say Renshu. Renshu. That's the practice piece. Okay, Renshu means practice. I mentioned that earlier. Okay, phrase 1 has 4 big dones. So it's going to go don hop, don hop, don hop, don hop. What's the hop again? It's the rest. Okay, that's the kiai. So everybody repeat after me. I'm going to say those words and then you say them. Don hop, don hop, don hop, don hop.
Don't hop, don't hop, don't hop, don't hop.
Good. 2 hits to the hira, Jim, please. Arms come up. All right, you're going to play it. I'm going to say it. It's called call and response. So I say it first and then you play it. Don't hop, don't hop, don't hop, don't hop.
Hop, don't hop, hop, hop.
Okay, good. Try it again. Don't hop, don't hop, don't hop, don't hop. Okay, good. Try it one more time. Don't hop, don't hop, don't hop, don't hop. Good. Now bring your bachi right down by your drum. We're going to do an 8 count on a crescendo, which means starting soft and getting loud. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Going from su to dobu to don. So quiet to loud. Here we go. Jim, can you just play it on the hira? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So just like that. Okay, here we go. On the count of 4. Ichi, ni, san, shi. Nice. Make sure you only play 8. Okay? So try it again. Bachi, you're down by your drum. It's an 8 count. I'll say it and then you'll play it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Beautiful. That sounded really good. Good job. Okay, so now we hook them together. It's like a train with a whole bunch of cars. So we have, you can relax, shake out your shoulders. So we have the don hop, don hop, don hop, don hop. And now we're going to hook on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we're going to play all of that, which is phrase 1 of Renshu. Okay, so you're down in neutral. 2 hits to the hira, Jim. Arms come up. Okay, here we go on a 4 count. And I'll say it while you play it, okay? Ichi, ni, san, shi. Don hop, don hop, don hop, don hop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? Good. Try it again. Arms up. Here's your 4 count. Starting with don hops. Ichi, ni, san, shi. Don hop, don hop, don hop, don hop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. I need a volunteer. starting with don't hubs, ichi, ni, san, shi. Nice, beautiful. Have you played before?
For 3 years.
Okay, good, no wonder, that sounded really good. I saw you right away, I was like, that's good. Okay, let's have people, anyone out here want to try it? Let's have some people switch out. Let's have the people on the drums come down into the audience. Sandy, let's keep them down for right now. Sorry. Let's have some people from down here go up. We need 4 people who've been sitting out here thinking, gosh, I'd like to try that. So go on up right now if you like.
Your chance. Here's your
Yeah, it's fun. Come on up. How often do you get to play a $2,000 drum? Just don't knock it off the stand. Okay, anybody else? Okay, if there's nobody else out here, then this group gets to choose to come up. Okay? You can go, yeah, it's like, come on down. Prize number 1 is playing on the Taiko. Okay, you folks can stay where you're at. Okay?
We have one more spot. One more spot. Anybody over there?
Okay, anyone from here want to try a real drum?
Here's your chance. Come on.
Okay, go on up. Yep.
Leave the sticks. There should be some bocce up there for you.
Bocce up here, so you leave yourself
Okay.
to drum.
All right, phrase 1, to remind you, okay? And there's new people, but you've been watching. Okay, don't hop, don't hop, don't hop, don't hop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's what we're gonna play. So you're down in neutral. Nice, strong neutral. Anybody want to take this drum over here?
Or here.
Oh yeah, come on over. Yep. Okay, we have a taker. Okay, so we're in neutral. We get 2 hits from Jim. Arms come up. Okay, I'm going to say the phrase and then you're going to play it. Call and response. Here we go. I say don't hop, don't hop, don't hop, don't hop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The thing about taiko is, yes, I always hear if there's an extra hit because it's a loud drum. So count your hits, okay? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, not 9. Okay? All right, here we go. One more time, and then I'm going to teach you phrase 2. So we're in neutral. Our arms come up. Here we go. Call and response. I say don't hop, don't hop, don't hop, don't hop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hop. Up, up, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Wow, that sounded really good. When you're all together, that just sounds crisp and it sounds wonderful. Okay, shake up your shoulders. We're moving on to phrase 2. Phrase 2 is dodo suku. So think about that. What are those hits? It's 2 medium hits, right? Do, do, and then suku are the really soft ones. Okay, so go to neutral. Okay, so Jim is going to give the signal. Arms come up, and now instead of staying up high, you're going to bring your bocce halfway down. So you're close enough to play your medium hits. Everybody just play right, left, which is do, do. Ready, go. Okay, call and response. I say it, you play it. Do, do. Do, do. Do, do. Do, do. Good, hold your bocce right by the face of your drum. You're just going to play the softest little hits using the tips of your bocce. Okay, call and response. Suku. 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 Good, now you have control over your bocce. You're going to play 2 medium, 2 soft. Okay, so pull halfway back. I'm going to say it, you're going to play it. Do, do, suku. Do, do, suku. Do, do, suku. Good, shake it out, shake it out. Okay, phrase 3 sounds like this. Do, do, suku, do, do, suku, do, do, suku. Don, don. Okay, so that means there are 3 do, do, sukus, and then 2 big hits at the end, which are the dons. Okay, so we're going to play all of that. So go to neutral. Okay, here's your signal. Arms rise up. Bring them halfway down. Okay? I'm going to say phrase 2 and then you're going to play it. Remember, the last 2 hits are very loud, so you want to punch those last ones. Okay? Dodo suku, dodo suku, dodo suku. Don, don. Nice. That sounded really good. Let's try it again. Dodo suku, dodo suku, dodo suku. Don, don. Excellent. Now we just need to be able to play that 2 times in a row without stopping. Okay? So as soon as you finish it, start it over again with the dos. So it's dodo suku, dodo suku, dodo suku, don, don, dodo suku, dodo suku, dodo suku, don, don. Okay? We're in neutral. Arms come up. Halfway down. Okay. You're going to play it 2 times without stopping. I give you a 4 count. Ichi, ni, san, shi. Dodo suku, dodo suku, dodo suku, don, don, dodo suku, dodo suku, dodo suku, don, don. Excellent. You sound terrific. That's great. So now it's time to hook together phrase 1 and phrase 2. So I hope you didn't forget phrase 1. Okay? Phrase 1 was don't hop, don't hop, don't hop, don't hop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? That gets played twice. And then you hook on dodo suku, dodo suku, dodo suku, don, don. And that gets played twice. Is that clear? Okay? Let's play it. So we're down in neutral. Here's your signal. This first time through, I'm going to say it with you as you're playing it. So it's phrase 1 twice. Phrase 2 twice. Here we go. We're starting with don hops. Ichi, ni, san, shi. Hop, don, hop, don, hop, don, hop. Don, 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 hop, don, hop, don, hop, don, hop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Dodo suku, dodo suku, dodo suku, don, don, dodo suku, dodo suku. Good! Yay! Give yourselves a hand. You can clap with your bachi. Yay! How many of you were able to play all the way through that? Yeah? A couple little glitches here and there. Okay, let's just do one more phrase and then I'm going to move on. So let's have people switch out. If you want to try a real drum, go up to a real drum. If you've been on a real drum, come back down to a practice drum. If you're in the audience and you're really thinking you want to try it, now's the time to go up. Take a spot. Okay?
There should be bachi up there.
All right. So switch out, switch out. So phrase 3 is a fun phrase to play because it has the cause in it. Okay? So it has a big don and then it has a kata. Okay? So everybody's got a spot? Yes? If you don't have a spot, there are spots over here on this side, stage left. You can go, if you've played and you still want to learn phrase 3, you can go over there. Okay? If you're just coming in and want to try it, you can go over there. Okay? Alright, here we go. We're in neutral. And here's your signal. Arms come up. Everybody hit a don with your right arm now. Good. Leave it down there. Leave your right arm down by your drum. Okay, now that same bachi is going to go up and hit a ka. Everybody hit a ka. That same bachi. Okay, take it back up into taiko stance. Okay, hit a don, hit a ka. Okay, pull it back. Okay, I'm going to say it, you're going to play it. Don, ka. Don, ka. Don, ka. Good. All right. Now, the left hand has an easy job. All it has to do is play the ta. Okay? So it plays up on the rim also. So take your left and just hit a little ta. Okay? Just get used to that. Ta. 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 Good. Arms are up in taiko stance. Okay, we're going to play don, ka, ta. So it goes right, right, left. Okay, call and response. Here we go. Don, ka, ta. Okay, don, ka, ta. Nice. Don, ka, ta. Don, ka, ta. Good. Now, in this phrase, there's a little section where there are 6 little katas. So hover your bachi right over your drum, so you're up by the rim. Okay? You're going to play right, left, right, left, right, left, which is kata, kata, kata. Okay? It helps to say it while you play it. So, here we go, call and response. Kata, kata, kata. Kata, kata, kata. Kata, kata, kata. That sounds terrific. Okay, arms are up. Here we go. You're going to play do, kata. Ready, go. Good. Now you play that again. Ready, go. Good. Now this third time, instead of playing do, kata, you play do, kata, kata, kata. Ready, set, go. Good. All right, shake up your shoulders. All right, so when you hook it all together, phrase 3 is don kata, don kata, don kata, kata, kata. Okay? So that's what we're going to play. Arms up. There's your signal, sorry. All right, I'm going to say it, you're going to play it. All of phrase 3. Don kata, don kata, don kata, kata, kata. Don kata, don kata, don kata, kata, kata. Sounds great. Okay, here we go. I'm going to count to 4. You're going to play that 2 times without stopping. Okay, so it's don kata, don kata, don kata, 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 don kata, don kata, don kata, kata, kata. Here we go. Ichi, ni, san, shi. Excellent. Wow, that sounds really good. It's really crisp. Okay, so now we're going all the way back to the beginning. Okay, so we have don hop, don hop, don hop, don hop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 times in a row. Then you go right into dodo suku, dodo suku, dodo suku, don, don. 2 times, and then we come to phrase 3. Don kata, don kata, don kata, kata, kata. Twice. Okay, so we're gonna play the whole thing. Actually, let's say the whole thing first. So put your bachi down. Okay, on a count of 4, we're gonna say that entire thing together without stopping, because if you can say it, you probably can play it. If you can't say it, you probably won't be able to play it, okay? So here we go, 4 count, we're gonna say it all together. Ichi, ni, san, shi. Don hop, don hop, don hop, don hop, don. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Don hop, don hop, don hop, don hop, don. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Dodo suku, dodo suku, dodo suku, don, don. Dodo suku, dodo suku, dodo suku, don, don. Don kata, don kata, don kata, 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 don kata, don kata, don kata, kata, kata. Yay, okay, you got it? All right, let's play it. So we're in neutral, nice strong neutral. Here's your signal. Arms come up. Okay, starting with don hops. Ichi, ni, san, shi. Hop, 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 hop. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hop, 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 hop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Dodo suku, dodo suku, dodo suku, don, don. Don kata, 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 kata. Beautiful! Give yourselves a hand, that was awesome! Yay! Okay, you can set your bachi down by your chairs and come back into the audience. Good job! We're going to play another song for you now. Okay. How are we doing for time?
Is that going on YouTube? Is that going to go on YouTube?
Okay, looks like we have 15 minutes, so we're going to play a song for you called Oichi. Okay? This is the horse beat. Everything you've heard so far has been a straight beat on a 4 count. This is going to be a syncopated beat, which is really fun. It's called a horse beat because it sounds like horses galloping. Okay? And do any of you want to play hand percussion now that you're used to being up here on stage? If you want to play shaker, come on up, because this song sounds really good with shaker behind
Oh,
it.
it sounds great.
Yeah. So come on up if you want to play shaker. We have the little shakers, the big shakers. We have the basket shakers. These little guys, yeah. Yep, there you go. Perfect, whichever one you want. Okay? All right, there's some over here too. And you can go to stage left over here. Good. All right, and when you're up here, when you're shaking, remember you just stay in taiko stance and just shake along with the rhythm. It's fun to be part of creating the music. And I think there's really a lot of therapeutic value to hitting a big drum. it's kind of like meditation, but then it's also you're exerting a lot of energy, so it's very relaxing. So we could shake along. If you want to yell out ki, you could do that. But it's a sound waves it creates. All of us together creating music, I think is very good for the human soul and spirit. So, you'll see that this one has the fancy X pattern in it. You'll notice it when we start playing it. So here we go with the Oichi.
There we go. There, all right.
There we go.
Do you hear the horses galloping in that one? Yeah, that one's a lot of fun. All right, so before we play our last piece for you, I'd like to ask you if you have any questions. So if you do, you can ask. Right here?
Is there any other instruments that you have for taiko?
Okay, this question is, are there any other instruments that you have for taiko? Taiko is all percussion based, but then other instruments are layered on, like the hand percussion, but also fue, for example, which is a Japanese flute. So sometimes we'll have that mixed in. As far as the drums go, this I mentioned is the odaiko. It's always the largest drum in an ensemble. Okay, the two medium ones again are called chudaiko. Let's learn these words. Everybody say odaiko.
Odaiko.
Chudaiko.
Chudaiko.
Okay, over here we have the little shime. This one's tied with a rope. Okay, everyone say shime.
Shime.
So this one is the only one you can really change how it sounds intentionally. You can tighten the rope to give it a higher pitch, or you can loosen it, okay, to give it a lower pitch. All the other ones, once they're made, that's the voice that they're going to have. And as you play them over the years, their voice will change. It'll get lower as the skins get worn. And then the skins, they can be reheaded. Okay? This little drum, it looks like one of those, but much smaller. It has the tacks instead of the rope. This is called a hira. Everyone say hira.
Hira.
And this one is actually just an adopted member of the family. It's not actually a Japanese drum, we just like the sound of it. But there are Japanese drums too that have a strap on them that are lighter weight. And they're rope tension drums called okados, okay? So you play those, you can walk around with those and then play on both sides of them. So there are all sorts of different drums with different voices, and the drums can be very large. In Japan, or even in the US with some of the professional, large professional groups out on the West Coast, their odaikos will be this big around. So that's the face, and they're up on huge stands, and then you play with the bachi over your head to hit the center of the drum, okay? So they go from that size all the way down to these little sizes. And then, as I said, we layer in other instruments. Okay, another question?
Was it traditional for either just men or just women to play?
That's a very good question. Okay, was it traditional for just men or women to play? It was traditional for just men to play. And actually in Japan, it's mostly still men that play. It's probably 90% men there, and then maybe 10% women. And then here, it's interestingly enough, the complete opposite. It's mostly women who play taiko. So, how did taiko get to the US? Well, in the late 1960s, a man named Seiichi Tanaka, who lived out in California, opened the first taiko dojo. It's the San Francisco Taiko Dojo, and he began teaching anyone who wanted to learn how to play the taiko, but it was mostly people of Japanese heritage or people of Asian heritage that were first drawn to it. But then more and more people started playing, and from that, in the late 60s to now, 2015, it has grown very rapidly because his students went out and started dojos. Dojos are the schools where you learn taiko, and began teaching people, and then those people taught people. And so now there are over 250 taiko ensembles in North America. So just in a matter of a few decades, it's really grown. And again, it's mostly women who play in the US, although there are men too. Okay, any other questions? Now you've played for 3 years, you said? Do you play with St. Cloud State?
St. Olaf.
Oh, St. Olaf, okay. So Minnesota has a few different taiko ensembles. Ours is called Misora Taiko. Misora means beautiful sky in Japanese. And then there's a group associated with a theater company called Mutaiko. There's Kogen, which is associated with a Buddhist temple. And then, Sandy, what is?
Thai Collaborative is actually a collaborative group of members from all of those groups that Sarah just mentioned that we gather.
So in the Twin Cities. And then there's St. Olaf has a student group, St. Cloud has a student group. And then I teach over, well, gosh, it's been over 2,000 kids now. I teach in the school districts, going in as an artist in residency and teach children how to play taiko. So there are a lot of taiko drummers walking around in Minnesota, even though it's strange because most of the the big taiko groups are on the West Coast or on the East Coast where there are larger Asian populations. But Minnesota is, we just embrace the arts here, so we have a strong showing right here in the Midwest. Okay, any last questions before we play Misora Taiko? Yep.
Once in a while at like culture festivals, you see dancers that'll dance along with the drums. Is there historically are the drums played just for the music or with the dancers, or?
I'm glad you brought that up. Historically, are the drums played just as an ensemble form or as an accompaniment to something else? Originally, the drums were always an accompaniment to something else. So starting with the earliest days of civilization in Japan, they used them like for planting and harvesting festivals. They'd use them in their dragon boats. How many of you have ever been to a dragon boat race? Where they have the big long boats that have the dragon on the head and then the tail on the back, and then there's always a taiko drum on the back of the boat. And so you can imagine maybe 30 people with their oars, and the drum is playing, and everybody's listening to that, and it's their signal as to how fast to go or how deep to go. It's so they use it for that, and along with dance performances, as you just mentioned. It's used in theatrical productions, so the drums would be off to the side, creating the music for the drama on the stage. It was used for government ceremonies, okay? And it may be a folktale, I don't know, but they say that originally the villages in Japan were set by someone playing one of the male taiko drummers, of course, playing the odaiko, the largest odaiko they had in the center of the village, and as far out that you could hear that drum, that would be then the boundary of that particular village. So it wasn't until like the 1940s that taiko became an art form unto itself and was performed in concert as the main event instead of as an accompaniment to something else. Okay, I think we're about out of time, so we'll play Misora Taiko for you. This is a fun song also where you can see how Sandy, speaking of Sandy, let me introduce all the drummers up here. Sandy Likely and Jim Likely. I'm introducing you. Ellen Keene. And I'm Sarah Olson, and I'm the artistic director of Misora Taiko. Sandy has set the drums up facing each other like this. So this is a song where we play two drums at once. So here we go with Misora Taiko. We like to amuse ourselves, and hopefully we amuse you too. Okay, that's our show for today. If you have any other questions, you can come up here and ask us while we're packing up our equipment. Other than that, all the people who just took part in the workshop, if you could please stand. This is something we do at the end of every session together. So hands are just down at your sides. We're just going to do our traditional bow and then say the words domo arigatou gozaimashita, which is just a formal thank you to each other. So we thank you for being here and participating in a great audience. So on the count of 4, we'll do this together. Ichi, ni, san, shi.
Domo arigatou gozaimashita.
Thank you. Have a nice day.